Oh, good morning. My name is Frank Morbillo. I'm from Santa Fe, New Mexico. We're here this morning installing Monolith. This is a 9-foot plus high sculpture. It's made of steel and cast bronze. This element up here is made out of cast bronze. And that cast bronze element was actually formed when making this piece. The two pieces, the upper and lower sections of this piece, were separate pieces, and the bronze was poured between them and then pulled and torn apart, and that's what created this big sink in the middle and the stress that you see in the bronze. So what this piece is sort of about is there's a lot of monoliths out there, artwork and sculptures that are just to great societies. You know, historically there have been a lot of things out there in the world. And this one being fragmented is sort of taking that historic aspect of it and saying it's weathered, it may not be up to date, and it's somewhat fractured. But in this case, and in the case of most of my pieces, I'm more optimistic than pessimistic, so it might be fractured, but it still has integrity, it's still together, and it's just showing some wear, some age. And there's an awful lot of examples of that in our society when you look in contemporary society as well as going back historically. We have hard times, we have difficult times, of which we're going through one right now, but I'm optimistic, and most people are, that we're going to get through this and be okay on the other side. Just takes understanding and moving through it. So I understand that this area is where the farmers market takes place at least once a week. I hope everybody enjoys this piece while they're here and has a seat on the piece, however they want to conduct their day when they're here. But it's really nice to know that this is going to be around people for a good portion of its stay up here in Alamosa. I'm really, really happy about that, and enjoy, and I hope next year we can all get together and enjoy a really wonderful celebration.
Hi, I'm Christopher Thompson, and this is my wife, Susan Livermore, and together with our two employees, we create hot forged sculptures, forged steel, and this one's called Spiral Spirals. Here's one big spiral here, and then lots of other spirals, and these three connected by another spiral, and the wonderful energy of spirals takes us up and makes us feel good.
Hi, I'm Sue Quinlan, and I'm from Boulder, Colorado. And my pieces are concrete and steel, and this piece in particular is a pillar that I put a man in here, and all my works are usually with symbols and images from different cultures. So this one is a Mayan woman, and this is a Celtic image, and this is Indonesian over on this side, and then on this side I've made up some just symbols, and I felt like, well, this could be his secret language, because you don't know in artifacts what the meaning of the symbols and artifacts are. They've been kind of lost to time. So this is what this piece was about.
Hi, my name is Portia Destinian. I'm a sculptor and muralist in Fruta, and this is Ilana. So Ilana is a woodland fae, and really I was very inspired. I'm always very inspired by my materials, and two of the things that really inspired me to create Ilana are this driftwood piece that is her hips, and then this stone in the front, which I think is very fetal, very embryonic, and also a little bit egg-like. So it's like she's growing a new life inside of her. And so I was really inspired to create this piece out of those two pieces, and I kind of just built her up from there. So she has lots of mosaic glass kind of representing leaves and the forest, and she has these fairy wings, And I created her by welding a steel armature. So it's all like a kind of a thick steel wire that I just bent into the right shape, welded it, and then I filled her with spray foam insulation and wrapped her in lath, which is like a steel mesh that they use for concrete and stucco. And then I sculpted her in cement, painted her with oil paint, and varnished her, and here she is in the flesh. So thank you, Alamosa, for exhibiting Ilana this year. I'm excited to be back in the exhibit. And thank you to everybody who's involved, setting up the exhibit and putting it all together. I'm excited to be here. And I have a lot of public art and murals all across Colorado. So you can go to paviadestinian.com and check that out if you'd like. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Bill Bunning from Springfield, Colorado. This piece is with wings like eagles. My inspiration comes from the fact that many Native American tribes believe that the eagle takes the prayers of the people to the heavens, to the Creator, combined with the ancient text of Isaiah that says, "They that wait upon the Lord will mount up with wings like eagles." So a combination of the two is where I got my inspiration. The piece is made from metal. Each piece is cut and welded together, and then given a patina and clear coated. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sandy Friedman. I'm from Colorado Springs, Colorado. My sculpture, Majesty, reflects the majesty in all of us, reaching high, reaching outward, being solid, being a unit, part of a society, part of a culture. We're all majestic. We all need to make sure we incorporate our majesty as we share it with each other and be kind to each other.
My name is Roberto Mesas. I'm a sculptor from San Luis, installing the piece called Sisters here in ArtScapes in Alamosa. This piece represents two young girls who are, one of them is holding the other one in the warmth of her blanket, the other one playing with her teddy bear. It's a pretty whimsical and fun piece that I worked on. It's a little departure from some of the other works that I have. But anyway, enjoy. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sam Bridgeman, alias the Durango Lego Bomber. And this is my piece, the Tower Beacon. I built it earlier in the year during quarantine, and it's designed to be a solstice and equinox piece. So the idea is that it should be a beacon of joy, attracting all to it. And here we are in front of this toy store, which makes it very special. It's meant to look a little bit like a plant and a little bit like a building, but it's not either. So don't try to figure it out. It's not what you think it is. Just look at it. That's enough.
Hey, I'm Jody Bliss. I'm the owner of Bliss Studio and Gallery in Monument, Colorado, and this is Head in the Clouds. She's probably an 8-foot sculpture, hand-forged steel. All of it is plasma cut out of sheet and then hand-textured hot, details put in by hand and then welded for assembly. So I hope you enjoy her.
Hi, my name is Chris Knight and I'm an artist from Chicago, Illinois. This is the second time I came out here to beautiful Colorado to install a piece. The first was in Loveland. It's a little bit different than this in terms of the cutouts, but the shape is pretty much the same. I like to work with platonic shapes. I started working with dodecahedrons, which is kind of what this started as, which is has 12 sides of five-sided pentagons. And then I just kind of instead of putting the top on here, which would normally go here to complete the pentagon or complete the dodecahedron, I just kind of extended it all the way up, so made it more of a lantern shape. I love this. I love these pieces because they light up at night. So during the day they might look cool. People think that they're people do seem to like them during the day, but at night they're surprised when they walk by because they're lit up, and they cast these really cool shadows all over the ground. Pretty much whatever the pattern is here. So I kind of vary up the patterns depending on the pieces that I'm working on, and so the shadows are always different shadows. And if you change the lighting, So if it was like up against a wall or in a room, if you change the lighting from below, it would cast shadows all the way to the ceiling and all the way across the ceiling. So it's kind of they're kind of cool in that way. So thanks a lot. I hope you enjoy my piece, and I hope you come down to ArtScape and Alamosa. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kasia Polkovska. I'm a local Colorado artist living in Pagosa Springs. Here is my latest sculpture. It is a handmade stained glass mosaic. The title of the artwork is Arbitrium, which means determination in Latin. A moth is a perfect example of pure determination, as it always seeks light in the dark. Though if in its quest it stumbles upon the brightest burning light, the fragility of its body will succumb to it. So the strength of the moth's faith is also its weakness, because sometimes it can follow things blindly. So it's a great reminder to us, just not to follow things blindly like a moth.
Hello, I am Amayas Mesas. I am a sculptor in the San Luis Valley with my grandfather Roberto Mesas and Amayas Mesas, which own a foundry in San Luis, Colorado. My piece is a horse with a plow, and it would be called Plowing Through the Past. It's a piece which, of course, is farming or plowing, and it is important to me because in the valley, agriculture is a big thing in the San Luis Valley, and I appreciate it most, and hopefully the people in Alamosa appreciate the history and the past farming in the valley as well. And it is very big influence for me, and hopefully the San Luis Valley Museum appreciates it, and it really fascinates me. And what fascinated me the most about to do this was the Pennsylvania Dutch culture. So thank you very much.